I'm Dan Farber, editor-in-chief of CBSNews.com, and I am joined by Jill Schlesinger from MoneyWatch.com. Jill, yesterday the Fed announced that it was going to spend $600 billion to help boost the economy. Where's this money coming from?
Well, it's basically you and me. The Fed is literally firing up a printing press, going to print 600...
So it's not real money?
It is real money once they print it. They fire up the printing press, they buy $600 billion worth of bonds, U.S. government bonds, over the next 8 months, and they hope that the money that they push into the economic system gets to you, to me, to companies.
Well, didn't the government buy about $1.7 trillion worth of bonds and other things when the economy was really tanking? So how is this any different?
It's not different. That's why they're calling it the second round of quantitative easing. And the thing is that they're using this money and they're saying, we hope we push all the money into the system, that banks now have the money and lend it to companies and to individuals.
So are you saying that the banks don't have money right now to lend to people?
The banks have $1 trillion of excess reserves. They say they're not lending it because people don't want it. And so now the government is pushing more.
So let me
money.
understand this. The interest rates are at a record low, foreclosures are at a record high. The economy seems to be having a little bit of a green shoots coming up. So why do we need $600 billion more money to go to the banks? And it seems like the banks are going to be the ones who end up making the money.
And that's a great question. I think that that's what the critics are really wondering. They're saying, why are we pushing this money into the system? Because what we're risking is that we could see long-term inflation and we could see the value of the dollar go down. A lot of the critics will also say, hey, you know what? People aren't borrowing because they need to dig out of that bad situation. What the government is doing right now through the Federal Reserve is making some sort of action, but it won't amount to enough growth to really create jobs and help people get out of their hole.
Jill, thanks very much.
Great to be with you.
I've been speaking with Jill Schlesinger from MoneyWatch.com. I'm Dan Farber for CBS News.